there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking Carlos King / Love and Marriage Huntsville / Love and Marriage Detroit / Bell Collective, and anything I say is alleged and in my personal opinion and for entertainment purposes only. It is not personal, you guys. So Carlos King, you guys, is always subbing somebody whenever he gets exposed, and then he goes on this unhinged rant on his Mr. Mondays extravaganza, projecting blame on other people instead of taking the accountability himself. So before we get into it, Carlos King literally just responded on his Instagram. Somebody asked, because I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, where Carlos King, ever since he's announced his breakup from the African, he has not been doing his normal, videos in front of the big California closets anymore, in front of this big house or whatever anymore. He's kind of been in different locations, right? So somebody asked, no shade on his question, did the house with the cloffice belong to the African, because you have not recorded in there in a while? And Carlos King responded, I own my own homes, baby. I'm just traveling, that's all. So we'll see nonetheless if we do see that California closet with all the shoes again, or if we do not, right? So nonetheless, well, Carlos King is something, right? So as you guys know, I did a video yesterday about MONIQUE and how she did an interview. Basically, she discussed a lot of things. Her marriage, she discussed Real Housewives of Potomac, but the main thing was discussing what she felt the treatment was, in particular in regards to her, how she was recruited from Carlos King to do Love and Marriage DC, how it wasn't originally supposed to be Love and Marriage DC, it was supposed to be its own separate show, how Carlos King basically, used the, hey, we're black, we got to stick together, we got to keep each other employed and keep each other working, and da-da-da-da-da, and you were the star of Real Housewives of Potomac, you were the fan favorite, and then branded the, Love and Marriage DC as you were going to see MONIQUE at her most real and authentic ever, just really hyping it up to make it seem like, everything, the red carpet was going to be rolled out for MONIQUE, and she was going to have a better edit and all these things compared to Bravo. And it completely was even a 180 from Bravo, to the point that MONIQUE was shocked at how bad her portrayal was, and said that she thought that Carlos would at least wait until season 2 to at least, show MONIQUE, being messy or getting into arguments or whatever. And she called Love and Marriage DC her greatest nightmare, you guys. And she said all that stuff Carlos King talked about, treating me better than, the white people at Bravo, and you treated me worse than anything that they could have ever done. And the pay wasn't even worth it when it was all said and done. So I'm sure Carlos King got wind of this, and in the same post, Carlos King said the following. It says, the gag is, I'm about to rebrand my whole life. I mean, you can say all of that, Carlos, but it seems as though history keeps repeating itself. It seems that there hasn't been any growth, there hasn't been any evolving since your stint on Bravo. It seems that it's gotten actually pretty worse in terms of how far these storylines are going, with the destruction of these black marriages, with the destruction of just really painting certain black women that don't adhere to your rules and regulations, that are confident, that have a sense of self. that are the ones that give and pour their most real storylines on the show, you always turn on them and you always give them the worst displays on the show while protecting your quote-unquote faves who contribute no storylines to the show. And you expect the fans to be idiots. You expect the viewing audience to be idiots and not peep game. And Candy was the first person to air all of this out. Candy was the first person who accused Carlos King of stealing her ideas, of trying to steal the Escape documentary right from under her, talked about some of Carlos King's shady dealings behind the scenes and everything else, and everybody can't be lying. You can't sit up here and blame people quitting your shows, Carlos King, on the fans, on Millimeters, on Mel supporters. Is it the Millimeters' fault that Winter decided to leave Love and Marriage DC? Is it the Millimeters' fault that Monique was a one and done after one season, even though the show Love and Marriage DC was supposed to be centered around her? Is it the, Millimeters' fault for that? And then you tried to blame the Millimeters for Stormy and Tiffany quitting the show. No. It starts at the top, Carlos King. And everybody cannot be lying about your toxic work environment. Everybody cannot be lying that they were sold a dream, that you basically, repackaged the dream that they presented to you and turned it into a cluster bleep. And instead of it being Black excellence, instead of showing people at their most authentic and giving them an overall storyline, you are a one-trick pony. You make sure that, whatever Black woman you have beef with, or whatever Black woman is the most confident, is the most successful, it's like your passion project to make them look completely humiliated, to make them look like the angry Black woman, to make them look like they are the issue in their marriages, to make it look like they're this terrible friend and that they hate everybody. And then when it gets called out, you don't take any accountability. And then you try to throw that jab in there, well, everybody has my phone number and they can call me directly. But that's not true, because Winter just said last night she does not have your phone number. So nonetheless, you're not as reachable as the people think. So you try to put those, little buzzwords out there and make it seem like everybody has all this access to you. Everybody knows how to contact you if there's an issue. Well, Mel told you directly to your face in January that she did not feel protected as a Black woman, that she, thought that you knew all of the things that Martell was doing to her behind the scenes, to the point that she had to get security, and how she was being treated. And she was very upset and started crying and wanted Martell to be fired. And instead of you having any type of empathy, any type of sympathy, you decide to pivot and claim that you are not as involved in the show anymore. But that's clearly a lie, because you seem to be very involved of what's going on social media and what people are saying about you as it pertains to the show. So nonetheless, you are aware, and you decided to take that and not only protect Martell, but completely blame Mel for all of Martell's misfortunes and make it seem like Mel is this horrible person and all of these things. And then you attack her fan base and make it seem as though her fan base or supporters are causing all of this problems with the cast. No. Again, Carlos King, you are underestimating the overall fan base of your shows, and the overall fan base of your shows, Carlos King, are tired. They're tired of the foolishness. They are tired of the shenanigans. They are tired of you doing the same playbook over and over and over again, and these Black women are being exploited for your pleasure. Their pain is your pleasure. Their humiliation is your pleasure. And it's no different than what Latrice has gone through on Bell Collective as well. everybody cannot be lying, but the more people speak out against you, Carlos King, the rants that you're trying to do of trying to make these fans, the responsible for everything wrong, that argument is becoming less and less and less impactful. Because the people who have worked directly with you and under you and with your production company say otherwise on what the real experience was. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.